lesson that we're talking about today is pre-algebra, Unit 2, Lesson 1, the properties. The homework that goes along with this is page 1 and 2 of the homework packet. We're going to do a little bit of a warm-up here. You might want to pause and do these problems. -7 plus 4, they are different. So you subtract and take the sign larger, it's -3. 7 plus -4 is +3. Now, we're going to talk about properties today. Properties of numbers. The commutative property says order does not matter. Now, this works for addition and multiplication. For example, 3 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 3. 4 times 2 is the same as 2 times 4. That is the commutative property. And I like to say this. Your commuting from home to school is the same as your commute from school to home. Same exact distance. Order doesn't matter. Associative property says grouping doesn't matter. Does not matter. And again, this is for addition and multiplication. An example of this would be the quantity 2 plus 3 plus 4 is the same as 2 plus the quantity 3 plus 4. Because look at this. On this left side, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. Over on the right side, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9. You get the same thing either way. That is the associative property. If I do it with multiplication, 2 times 3 times 4 is the same as 2 times the quantity 3 times 4. Let's do this. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. On this side, I would do 3 times 4 first, which is 12, times 2 is 24. This is the associative property. Its grouping doesn't matter. The way you can remember that is your group of friends is who you associate with. Okay, the identity property is all about me. You can. The additive identity plus 0 is 5. 0 is the identity element. Because when I add 0 to anything, it does not change its identity. The multiplicative identity is -2 times 1 gives you -2. 1 is the identity element. Why? Because you can multiply anything by 1 and it does not change its value. Inverse. The additive inverse is when you add a number to its opposite. So 4 plus -4 gives you 0. Additive inverse. You add a number to its opposite, you get 0. The multiplicative inverse is when you multiply a number times its reciprocal, you always get 1. So additive inverse, add a number to its opposite, you get 0. Multiplicative inverse, multiply a number by its reciprocal and you will get 1. All right, let's take a look at a couple examples. The blank property says that changes the grouping of numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change the value. That's the associative property. -9 plus 12 equals 12 plus -9. What changed from the left side to the right side? The order. This is the commutative property of addition. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This is 4 times -7 in parentheses times 6 equals 4 times quantity -7 times 6. Look at the order. The order is the same. 4, -7, 6 on both sides. What changed? The grouping. So this is the associative property of multiplication. The commutative property means numbers can be swapped. The rule that refers to grouping is the associative property. 7 times 1 gives you 7. This is the identity of addition, or of multiplication. What's happening here? The grouping has changed. This is the associative property of multiplication. And what goes in this blank spot? A -2. That's the commutative property.